Eris, in Greek mythology, was the goddess of discord and chaos. She was the daughter of Nyx, the goddess of the night, and was known for her mischievous and unpredictable nature. Eris was often depicted as a troublemaker, stirring up conflicts and causing trouble wherever she went. She was sometimes associated with the Furies, the goddesses of vengeance and retribution, and was said to have the ability to stir up conflicts and bring about chaos and disorder. One of the most famous stories involving Eris is the tale of the Golden Apple. According to the story, Eris was not invited to the wedding of Peleus and Thetis, which angered her. In revenge, she threw a golden apple into the crowd at the wedding, inscribed with the words, "To the fairest." This sparked a dispute between the goddesses Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, who each claimed the apple as their own. The three goddesses asked Zeus to decide the matter, but he wisely refused, knowing that any decision he made would only further inflame the situation. Instead, he tasked the Trojan prince Paris with deciding which of the three goddesses was the fairest. Paris, who was known for his good looks and charm, was faced with a difficult decision. Hera offered him wealth and power if he chose her, while Athena offered him wisdom and victory in war. Aphrodite, however, offered him the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Paris chose Aphrodite, and was awarded the Golden Apple. This event, known as the Judgment of Paris, is often cited as the cause of the Trojan War. Helen, who was already married to the king of Sparta, was so enamored with Paris that she left her husband and ran away with him to Troy. This act of infidelity sparked a war between the city of Troy and the neighboring Greek city-states, who sought to reclaim Helen and punish the Trojans for their wrongdoing. The Trojan War, which is said to have lasted for 10 years, was one of the most famous conflicts in Greek mythology, and was the subject of many epic poems and stories. In another story, Eris is said to have thrown a stone into a party of the gods, which was then called the Apple of Discord. This caused the gods to quarrel over who would be the one to take possession of the stone. It was eventually awarded to Heracles, who used it to start a war between the city of Thebes and the neighboring city of Orchomenos. Despite her reputation for causing discord and strife, Eris was said to have many children. These children were personifications of the negative emotions and troubles that arose from conflict and fighting. Ponos, for example, was the god of hard work and toil, representing the hardships that often came with poverty and difficult living conditions. Lethe was the goddess of forgetfulness, associated with the underworld river of the same name. Limos personified extreme hunger, representing the starvation and famine that often followed war. Eris also gave birth to the Algae, three sisters who personified mental and physical pain and distress, as well as the Hismeni, spirits of hand-to-hand combat, and the Machi, who represented the sights and sounds of great battles. Among her other children were the Phonoi, who personified murder and killing outside of war, and the Androctasia, who personified killings within the realm of warfare. Eris's children also included Horcus, a god of oaths who punished perjurers, a daimon of reckless action and impulsiveness, Dysnomia, a goddess of lawlessness and the breakdown of civil order, and the Pseudologoi, spirits who represented lies. Some of her most malevolent children were the Nicaea, who embodied feuds and lasting grievances. Eris was often depicted as a winged goddess carrying a sword or a staff, and was sometimes depicted with serpents entwined around her body. She was considered a malevolent and chaotic force in Greek mythology, and was often invoked by those who wished to bring about conflict and discord. Despite her negative reputation, however, Eris was also sometimes seen as a necessary force, as her actions often served to shake up the established order and bring about change. In this way, she was sometimes seen as a symbol of the unpredictable and ever-changing nature of the world. Don't forget to subscribe, otherwise you risk an apple falling on your head.